Hello there, and welcome to a Floatcam demo. Now, Floatcam is a floating camera which I created because there are a lot of awesome screen recorders out there, but I've always wanted to record my face and be able to move that face around while I do a screen recording. In this demo, I'm going to show you how to get Floatcam set up on macOS. Let's get started. So the first thing you want to do is go to the Floatcam website. That's floatcam.io, and that will take you to my GitHub page. The next thing you want to do is click on the release here for Mac OS, and you want to download the actual application. When you click on that, you click Allow. I'm on Safari, so this is the same for any browser. So just give it a minute and it'll be done. Now, as soon as that is done, you would find the app here. You could click, go to your downloads folder. In my case, here, I have the Floatcam actual binary. I can move that to my applications folder, close the browser, and here I have Floatcam. The next thing you want to do is double click on the Floatcam icon. Uh, it's going to take a while to load, but after this, it's usually a lot more faster. Now, this warning pops up, but what you want to do is go to System Preference, Security. Sorry, I think it's Security and Privacy, I guess. There's an app here. You want to say Open Anyway, and that's going to open the app. Now, the reason this is showing is because Floatcam is still in beta. I haven't obtained a sign-in certificate from Apple yet, but this is safe. So I'm going to open this. Let's give it a minute again. So just to be sure, okay, here we go, it opens up. Now I have Floatcam right here on my screen. Now, some of the cool things you could do here is I have two camera sources. I have my HD camera. I could switch to the max camera. I have the auto camera blocking it, so that's why. But once I take that off, you would see that it shows up clearly. I could switch back to the auto camera. And the cool thing here is I could, make some settings to the size of the camera. I could change the shape to a rectangle or a circle. I could mirror the recording here, or I could, change the width of the border. I could change the type, right? There's so many configurations you can do here. I could also change the color of the border if I want. And I could add effects to the screen. For instance, I could make it bright. As you see here, I could make it brighter. And you could move this around. Like, see here, it's easy to move this window around. It overlaps on every other window as well. So for example, I can open this here and you can see that I have my windows around here as well. If I were to open my browser as well, I can, see I have a bunch of, it floats on top of the browser. Now, another thing you can do with Floatcam is, I'm going to move this here and open this around, is use Snap Camera. Now, Snap Camera is a Snapchat camera that lets you use Snapchat filters. So I'm going to go ahead and download that real quick, accept the agreements. I'm not a robot, and I'm going to download for Mac. Now, Snap Camera only works on, PC. I could go ahead and increase the size of this to show you how awesome Floatcam is. I could change that size to a much more bigger size. I could move it around anywhere on the screen that I want. So the cool thing about Floatcam is it works with any, it works with your any screen recorder. You don't need another screen recorder. So I'm gonna go ahead and install Snap Camera. Sorry about that. Okay. I don't even remember my own password. Yeah. So this is the reason I love Floatcam. Like I'm using QuickTime right now, which is the default screen recorder on Mac, and I don't. Now the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna quit Floatcam, and right here I'm gonna have um, the snap filter all set up. And if I go ahead and go back to applications and then open Floatcam, now I have snap camera here. And one thing I can do is I can select an effect from snap camera and watch that effect takes place in Floatcam. I can go ahead and change the resolution of that. I could go ahead and make that a circle, increase the size of that circle, I could also apply a filter on top of that. So in this case, I'm brighter, or I could use the ghost filter, or I could use the Talos filter. Um, I could pop it up more. I could make it bright. And there you have it. I created Floatcam because I've always wanted a floating camera. Now I have it. I don't have to use Loom because they're awesome. There are a lot of awesome, great screen recorders out there. And what they're missing is a floating camera. I hope you enjoy Floatcam, and I hope you share this with your friend. I hope you um, share this with your community. And please give it a star on GitHub. That's all I ask. Share it with your friends. And if you have any questions or feature requests, let me know. Signing out. Bye.